work on the first map.
The 10,001 time is the charm.
Exactly, Anders. You understand where I'm going with this. Like, it's not over yet, boys. Liquid, they're fired up. They're looking good. But Cloud9 also showed us something on Dust 2. They just need to get their heads back in this game. And, well, you see Nitro nerves, clearly nervous. That was a pure NA nade right there. I'm proud.
Oh, and Cloud9, they're actually going to rush it behind it. Adren in this corner with a USP with a Glock's close range. He's going to try and go for it, but he gets overrun with the rest of the defense on the B bomb side. And Hiko and Kusta retaking this is so tough, but a pretty good start to the retake here. Kusta taking down Shroud, and they need much more than that, though. They don't currently have a kit picked up, and I think Cloud9 would have to make some serious mistakes to lose this.
It was very wise to back off from drop as well. Try and draw it out, force them into the crossfires instead of taking these fights one-on-one. And Cloud9, it's working magnificently so far. They grouped up, they got onto that site, they got the bomb plant. Now the after plant, this is exactly what they need. They're backing off, they're making life very difficult for Hiko. He can't actually find a target. Finally, he hunts down nothing, but there's still two players alive. The bomb isn't planted for these players, but he doesn't have a kit, so Hiko can't even stick the plant. They're just gonna rush him down. Let's get the knife! And they nearly got it. Stewie, he had it out.
I'm trying to think in what possible scenario Adren's position makes sense in a pistol round.
I don't know if you're, let's say you're Nico. Who else is really, really good with pistols right now? You're Fallen. You know, you're a guy who's going to get 2 headshots when they're rushing you no matter what, right?
I'm just thinking if you're in Chicken Coop or almost anywhere else in that bomb site, you're going to have the sort of USP range advantage. Seems like that position is a way to make sure that the Glocks are going to be right in your face. So, I mean, it does have, I guess, the element of surprise, but I'm not sold on it.
I mean, anybody who's played CS knows that when the Glocks are in your face, it gets messy. It is not a good time.
They just unload on your face.
It's almost like a burst.
God damn. Yeah, we'll stop it here. Otherwise, let's keep going.
I know. I'm trying to, like, get... Because of all these pauses, right? We kind of slipped into that, oh, this is an online game mindset, right? Where anything goes, and then you got to remember, oh yeah, right, we're online right now. Gotta try and keep it, you know, sort of in line.
Keep it cool.
Keep it cool. Are we cool?
I hope so.
I get the feeling that I'm not very cool anymore, but that's just me.
Got 1 Galil on nothing and 4 SMGs on Cloud9, which I don't think is particularly cool. You know, you win the pistol round here. Why not just make sure that you absolutely follow it up? But they are making a very good call and going to the A-bomb side. And Liquid stacking everyone at B is not even a bad call. If when they realize that this is an A push, just stay in B.
Yep, save your gear. Yeah. You've invested in the round. You still have all of it. I mean, you've still got 7 grand worth of gear on your team right now. So there's absolutely no reason to charge in here aggressively.
You can play around the door, maybe have a leash, try and take some scout shots through, but there's no reason to commit to anything. I mean, Kusta doesn't have a lot to give away here, but the rest of them, no reason to give up what they actually have in their hands here. Just play the next round anyway. Ooh, leash. Spots out 1. Really wants to see if he can take that shot.
Now, the longer he hangs here, exactly, he's got to get out before that smoke clears, because the longer he hangs in there, the more risky it gets, and he might end up dropping that scout, so that's what he wants to avoid at all costs. Nitro, man, when teams do that, when they literally have like 1 or 2 rifles, and then they put that rifle out there alone with nobody to be able to, you know, get the refrag and save the gun, that's the only gun you should care about. You don't care about the SMGs. Those cost you nothing. They're worthless. It's when you actually lose the rifle that gets really, really frustrating to watch.
So they get the Galil, they save 2 armors, they still have the scout, and Cloud9 lose 3 members in that round. So just way too expensive for Cloud9, and I think a pretty good job overall from Liquid there.
Sure. Now look, Nitro's still got his Kevlar, he's got a Galil to play with. This could get nasty.
It definitely could. I think Cloud9 just maybe being a bit too aggressive at the end of the round that was already won. So gotta be careful with that stuff. Hiko close range in the middle doors there with the C-set 75. Well, we've got a bit of a 4-man stack going on over at the B-bomb side. Again, I think it's not necessarily a bad choice either.
Especially when you're hitting shots. Kusta going to work with that Deagle. Drop Shroud down to 30 HP, and Shroud's actually got one of the AKs. Might be a good idea for him to actually pass that over to Skadoodle at some point, or Slemmy. Just trade it up so that somebody with a little bit more HP can actually have the rifle to work with. Well, we'll see if when they group up and gather. Eventually, they are going to try and go in as a unit, Cloud9, and just kind of, you know, bowl their way onto a site And it does look like they want to go towards B, although there's still a minute, so they could actually change up if they want. Adren has been boosted up, so this could get tricky. Point blank with the Mac-10, you can do a lot of damage. There you go, right into their face. Not going to get the second one. Shroud survives barely, but way too close.
Are they going to check this corner, though? They will. Kusta, though, close range with the Deagle. Could have been terrifying, but it looks like they are going to have a pretty good take of this B-bomb site. Nitro trying to play with the Galil, but with the fountain area here, there's just almost no cover, and his teammate's just a little bit too far away. Hiko getting flashed and can't see a thing, and Elige going to be going down. So a lot of damage being put up, but it was spread out across 3 players, and none of them died. So Cloud9 off to a 3-0 start here, and Liquid probably going to be a bit disappointed in that round, I think.
Yeah, much better work, no doubt about it. Skadoodle has the money for an AWP. Shroud is not going to mess around. He will invest in that AK. They're fully bought up. They don't have as much bank as they would like, but they're still all right here, Cloud9. Whereas Team Liquid, they're going to have to do this piecemeal. They actually got a pretty reasonable buy, all things considered. Kusta has the money for his AWP. Well, we have to see exactly where he's going to be taking it, and he is posted up over at A long, where nobody is there to greet him. Unfortunately, Cloud9 are holding very passively over towards the top of T ramp. So not many opportunities for him to put that to use, but look at this. The aggressive take on Plateau, and Elige stands his ground, takes the fight, and loses versus Shroud.
Again, a lot of damage being put in here from Liquid, but no one from Cloud9 is dying just yet. And it's dangerous making this jump against the AWP. Over on the other side of the map, Stewie trying to push in. He does spot out one person, but not quite confident that he wants to take that fight. Oh, and look at this aggressive move from Kusta. That is so scary, so difficult to do. That's one of the few places on the map where CTs can play aggressively, and it's such a big risk to try and do it. Skadoodle going to be going down as well to Adren, and suddenly things are looking a lot better for Liquid here. Adren not getting caught either by Shroud, and nothing in Slemmy. They shouldn't be able to find their way back in this round.
Ridiculous. So Slemmy now, it's all on him, really. He's got nothing closing in, but nothing is walking his way in, not to give away his position with the footsteps, right? So Nitro, all he knows right now is that Slemmy is here. Slemmy's going to just chuck out that Vincent Molotov. He's going to get caught in the back. Nothing will trade frag, but it's still a 1v3. And well, as he swaps out the guns, he's going to get punished by Nitro, who was holding up close. So solid work in the end from Liquid, and you have to give a little bit of a hats off there to Adren. Yeah. Skadoodle, despite trying to use the map architecture to his advantage, where he jumped into the wall so that he comes back down and hits the ground faster than if he had went for like a full jump, right? So he can be accurate again with the AWP quicker. Still doesn't catch Adren off guard. Adren just smothers him. And then Adren with the second kill. That made the big difference. That really ground everything down to a halt for Cloud9.
Well, Liquid needs to keep going at this point. Obviously, they still have a lot of work to do here in the first half. Kusta trying to be a bit aggressive with the AWP, and I kind of like the idea of putting a little bit of pressure on Cloud9 really early on in every one of these rounds, if possible. Just try and keep them guessing and make sure they don't just assume they can have sort of half the map before anything even happens, because that happens a lot on this map, where the CTs will just sort of, I mean, they'll stay almost in CT spawn because that's the A-bomb side, right? And then a couple of them will want to B, but there's no other movement around that.
No, they are very calm. I mean, very fixed in their positioning, although Stewie is trying to split them up, and Hiko is a little bit in no man's land now, so this is a little scary for him. He has to be careful about the noise. So if he makes any steps, Stewie might be close enough to hear that, and yeah, Hiko not even going to risk it. He just throws his smoke. It's not the end of the world, though. I mean, 50 seconds left, so might as well just use it, get out safe. And you can fall back to the site where Kusta is holding with the AWP, looking into ramp. But in the meantime, Cloud9, they're gathered up in drop. They've actually got drop control already, so we have to see, is it going to be a split through connector? It's a little scary with that bomb there being there as well. If he gets shot in the back, Skadoodle, it could go south, but nothing. Will find the opening kill on Nitro, and now it's all on Kusta and Hiko, basically, to hold out versus the push that's coming in, and Elige will find the kill on Shroud somehow.
Oh, Kusta, he even saw that coming, but he can't get the kill. Now he's out with a pistol, and that might have been a bit overzealous at this point in time. Elige and Adren, could they try for the retake here? Bomber's going to go down with 20 seconds left. They know where Slemmy is, and oh, Molotov in that corner there. Slemmy probably going to have to move out of there, and yeah, just going to catch him with a corner shot there. Adren will pick it up. The spray against Skadoodle going down. Elige with a triple kill and a very, very good follow-up. That one grenade down there, I think, just had Slemmy questioning what was going on, and that was enough. Because if Slemmy stays alive, then probably the round is going to be in favor of Cloud9. But Liquid will pick it up. They do lose a lot of members, but Terror aside, they can't afford to buy anymore.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Did you lose a button on your jacket? Well...
Yeah, I did actually lose a button on my jacket. How?
I think, isn't the trick to use, like, like just see-through like nail polish on the actual string itself. I think it'll keep it like. I've never done it, but I swear I've heard that somewhere.
Not a bad thought. I'll take that into consideration in the future. We're gonna have to do some, on-the-spot handiwork during the break.
All right. You got your sewing kit with you?
I actually do have one.
Brilliant. Stewie with a bit of a spray. Actually, Hiko the one stealing the kill there. And so far, trade 2 for 1. Cloud9 now running into the MP9 of Nitro. And it will be a tied scoreline at 3-3. So this is a bad start, I think, for Cloud9. They're on the T side. They need to have a terrific first half here. And right now, it's gone a bit south for them.
That's not looking too hot, that's for sure, especially now that Liquid is starting to establish an economy. Cloud9 know this, and so there's going to be additional pressure on Cloud9 because they know that they're not going to have easy back-to-back rounds now. It's all about, just the long haul, the grind, and Cloud9 are on the favored side here on Cobble, so we expect to see good things from them. But Skadoodle will start things off strong, and there you go. He takes out Hiko, who was playing aggressively in danger. And that's going to leave Kusta all alone over on this A site. It forces a rotation out from Adren, and even Nitro heading over here. They really do think that Cloud9 are going to try and pounce on that opening. Curious to see if Cloud9 are going to pick up on this and look to try and get some pressure over here on the B site. Elige under fire now, just barely surviving. This is a really scary situation now for Liquid because Elige is so low. He has to be very careful with his peeks for info. This is not an episode of Theorycraft, Anders. Where are you flying?
I'm just checking something. No, never mind. Stewie, down in the middle, I got distracted for a second. I had a wild, rogue thought pop into my mind about something that I thought you could do, but yes, we'll get back to that another time. Elige is in chicken coop, which is not a good place to find cover. Great shot there from Nitro to take down Stewie, but Elige is about to have just a lot of trouble in his hands. I don't think he can make it out. Semmler, I think he's going to die. In a horrible fashion, but he does have Adren there to back him up, so we'll see. HEs are out. Adren, he's got that position behind the rock with the AWP, perfect flash, but he doesn't go for the peek. Instead, that Molotov is closing off his corner, his angle. He has to focus on the long shot, and there should be a smoke going down. Yes, it's going to block him off, and they continue to try and inch their way forward onto this site. Cloud9 bomb has not yet been planted, and there's the flash. Adren misses the shot, and now it's all on Elige, and he's going to be able to just completely deny that plant. 10 seconds left in this round for Cloud9 to get a bomb plant, and there's still 3 players alive for Liquid. I don't think I've ever seen a team be this slow. 5 seconds here. Oh, they're going to get the spray with just a couple of seconds left, and Cloud9 will win it. But that push was so slow, it was almost a bit ridiculous. Like, why did they take that long to even try and get on the site? Just constant shoulder peeks, right? They were so worried about that op in play. They're taking it all of the time. They didn't even check chicken coop in the end, right? Nice opening. I mean, there's nothing really coming into it. And managing to finally remove Adren, and he's there to save the day. Sure, but... Did anyone even know that Elige was there? Could he have stayed just hidden? Probably. There's only 5 seconds left, so I don't know. I'm not sure. They didn't check it. So, yeah, he probably could have got away scot-free there. Oh, well. 20/20 hindsight and all that stuff. Got a 4-3 scoreline here with Liquid. I think missing an opportunity. I think the first one Cloud9 pushed in because Adren was indoors and Elige was back there. It looked like a really bad setup for Liquid. So I think Cloud9 should have had that round easy to begin with, but then because they slowed down so much, it actually looked like it was going to backfire on them. Aggressive push coming out of Elige here, and I absolutely love it. This is something we see so rarely on Cobblestone because it's so hard to do, but they actually make it work just fine. And now they should be able to just chill. Kick back. Watch some of those cartoons we were talking about earlier. Go on Netflix. Take their time. There's no reason to peek. There's no reason to be aggressive now. They just have to wait for Cloud9 to start feeling the pressure. And there we go. First flash in. They get full control of drop now, Cloud9, so they have that going for them. But Adren, once again, is going to be playing from behind Boulder. And there's 4 players with the backstab coming in from Hiko as well. So really, what can they hope to achieve here? They're going to try and change it up and go through connector. But there's the first. And Kusta runs out of bullets or swaps his gun. Something happens there, and he only gets the 1 kill. Somehow, Cloud9 have found a way to thread their way through the defense and get onto that A site. It's a bit ridiculous. I think... Oh, no, nothing. He's even hiding back here. If they don't see this coming, this round could actually turn against them. They are making their way down. No one's looking from behind, and nothing. He's going to go for the spray. He takes 1. It could have been a double kill. And now it's all on Stewie here, looking for the 1 versus 3 with the bomb down, AK in hand, and no more grenades. He's going to go for the left peek here. He gets the first shot on Adren, takes him up, and he's down to 9 health. And he is going to go down to Nitro. So Liquid won the round, but in not that much of a great fashion. That was a bit of a slip up. And I don't know what happened to Auguste. I think maybe he's a bit on edge here.
Maybe if we could get a replay, we could see if he ran out of bullets or... Because it looked like he ran out of bullets with how quickly he swapped, but I'm not sure.
I don't think he could have, could he? I mean...
No. No, it doesn't look like we have the replay coming. So, regardless, that was definitely a scary moment there for Liquid, especially with the lurk from nothing. I mean, that was actually some thorough work there from Elige, checking that angle. They could have easily just run both of them past there, and it would have been a free day for nothing to just get 2 kills and just shut down the round for Liquid. But that was the big turning point right there. Turning it into that 1v3. But Cloud9 now, they feel the heat. They're on pistols once again. Elige knows this. He's going to work with the MP9, trying to find somebody through the smoke. This is so scary as well, because just one shot from the Deagle could be it, the end, over. And wow, he just decides to go full NA. Well played.
I mean, it's a bit unnecessary because they don't have really anything on that side. Now they have a man lead and they have an MP9, which I guess is not that scary, but still sort of giving away a bit of an edge here to Cloud9. This is one of those rounds that Liquid cannot give up. Grenade long range, they're going to be doing some damage, but this should be a round that Liquid can just cruise through and get some economy going. They don't have a lot of money either on the CT side right now, so they need flawless rounds.
No, exactly. There's a lot of pressure on both of these teams at this point. I mean, Cloud9 a little bit less, obviously, because they have the pistols. And they've had some success getting into drops, so it seems like that's what they want to go back for here eventually. Skadoodle kind of edging his way forward. Nothing is there to get us back as well. Adren, pretty slow reactions there from him. Not really going to get anything done, but Nitro, he's done the important work. He's stopped that bomb from getting out. So Adren will be able to get 1 kill. Nitro's going to rob him of the other, and Slemmy, now all by his lonesome 1v4, will not find the shot in the end. Nitro, going to show him how a pistol works. So we'll go ahead and actually take a look at real quick at what happened with Auguste there at Connector, just to see what where the opening actually happened. And he swapped?
Yeah, he had 12 bullets.
Yeah, it looks like he swapped.
So, yeah, just...
unfortunate. That actually, I mean, that could have been what lost his team the round there, so that's really...
I wonder if he has scroll bound to sort of switch weapon. That's the worst thing, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus. One hopes not.
Yeah, that has to end. Anyone who does that should feel ashamed.
Shame. We going full Game of Thrones on this?
It's kind of well done, 'cause you actually you end up feeling just a tinge of, you know, pity, if you like. Oh,
Pity? What is that?
That is a bit much, isn't it? Like, you know.
We're not talking about D-Man right now. Just come on.
Oh God. Just no mercy. Hiko gonna be going for the shot there onto Stewie, and Skadoodle will take down one, but he's gonna get dropped by Kusta. So still a very good trade here favoring Liquid. Nothing, Shroud, and Slemmy are left. 3 versus 4 at the moment. Kusta gonna go for a bit of a fight in the middle here. He does at least spot out Shroud, or sorry, Slemmy, but is it gonna be enough for them to actually make a judgment call on what's happening here? Because the bomb has been rotated back to the A-bomb site, and so is another 2 members of Liquid, so they have a very good idea of what's happening. They're gonna go for the fight. Slemmy goes down, nothing, and Shroud are left in, I don't know, 2 versus 4. Not looking good for Cloud9. 6-4 overall scoreline here, favoring Team Liquid, and Cloud9, they're not really connecting the dots right now.
No, they're losing control of the situation. They started off strong, getting that pistol. Then, you know, well, we kind of expected, obviously, once you get that pistol to get the following 3 rounds. But then Team Liquid have just been the one to chain everything together. 3 rounds, they lose 1 to Cloud9, and then another 3, and now they're set to get a 4th, because Cloud9 once again are on pistols. It's just nasty. Yeah, thank you for showing that with the scoreboard. I like that function. But, yeah, it's not a fun situation at all for Cloud9. It's not a fun situation for Hiko either, because that mad spray, he gets 2 kills, but he knows he's a dead man once it's gone on that long without getting a 3rd one. So a little unfortunate turn of events. Skadoodle with the peek into mid, though, realizes that the defense is still strong on the A site. So can Cloud9 get a bomb plant? Can they make use of this M4? These are the questions that we must ponder going into the remainder of this round.
I think the best case scenario for Cloud9 is getting a couple of more kills and just making sure the Liquid's economy is all the time being pressured, right? Because it isn't looking that great. I mean, there's 5,000 on Nitro and Kusta, but the rest are a little bit lower, so they could, you know, keep doing damage, but not going to be this round, and this is very important for Liquid here. They're looking at just a powerful, powerful first half. Cloud9, they keep ecoing, they keep having a single round, they win it, and then they start losing again. It's where are the aggressive B rounds? Why aren't we seeing those?
Where's the straight up YOLO rush, right?
Yeah.
Out onto Plateau, take the fight there. Do not allow Nitro or Liege to just, play games over there. Instead, just, rush them down and get the pressure on. It seems like they're still fixed on just, hanging back and just sitting to wait and see if somebody overextends, but that hasn't really been working for them so far. So you're right. I mean, Cloud9 eventually they're going to have to change things up. Where's the smoke? I mean, yeah, okay, that has been going on for quite some time, right? But in general, what you'll see is T-sided teams, they will put a smoke down right in front of this box here, and then it gives them a little bit of a gap to work with on either side, and then they try and find a pick that way. They put the pressure up on Plateau. But the fact that Liquid just keep, getting 2 players up here on Plateau round after round is really shutting down this part of the map for Cloud9.
Liquid are having some very aggressive smokes on on B long as well, which is so great, right? Because they rarely ever get put into play. And Liege trading 2 for Adren going down, so that's definitely worth it.
He heard Shroud stomping around as well, so he knows that there's a third guy up there.
I think it might be throwing Cloud9 way off that Liquid are being this aggressive on long. I think they're very confused. Because normally on the T side, you can almost always rely on being able to sort of stomp around on Plateau and just be a bit annoying. If anyone's caught off guard, maybe you get a quick peek in there and kill them. But they're staying all the way back in the hallways.
Well, young Stu, he's here, but the smoke, the incendiary. There's the flash. Let's see it, Stewie. You were bred to do this. Oh, no, and he goes back into the smoke. Kusta and Hiko are going to catch him out. Well, now it just falls apart. 2v4. Shroud gets caught in the open. Hiko will pick up that kill, and Kusta will take out Slammy. But for a moment there, Anders, for a moment, I believe.
It was a good idea. I mean, it did catch them, but I think he was confused about what was going on the other side. So, bit of a timeout, bit of a pause coming in, I think. And, yeah, we're currently at an 8-4 scoreline favoring Liquid. So this is getting quite heavily out of control right now for Cloud9.
I like that Elise is the one to oops, he actually used a pause instead.
GG.
You pause, so basically it means that Cloud9 are going to have to pause when they want their timeout. Nah, I don't think it works that way. I think you can pause repeatedly. But yeah, so this is it where Cloud9, they're starting to feel like they're losing their grip on the situation. They finally decide to slow things down before it gets completely out of control. Liquid sitting on 8 rounds, CT side means that, I mean, they're off to a fantastic start. And they could close strong as well, so we have to see. What is this?
Yeah, what I think
on this button.
The problem is, it's not messing with that. I think the problem is there are probably ways to play around the aggression that Liquid is throwing at them. For one thing, you have to think that Liquid will be, if they do the aggressive push, they probably have 2 people here.
Yeah.
Which means maybe the thing to do is to try and split drop and A slope and try and end up in the A bomb side, right? Because maybe 2 of those Liquid players are going to be so far away that you could make that push work. But it seems like Cloud9's response instead is to be very, very, very slow and just wait around for a very long time. And then by the time they push, Liquid get the entry, and then that's all they need. It's just, I don't know. There's not enough decision-making going on right now on Cloud9's side.
You can go for the slow kind of map control style, right? But you need to be winning those duels when it comes time. And right now, Liquid are just coming out ahead way too often compared to Cloud9. They're winning all of these opening duels, and that's really not helping things. And then they just, they don't have Plateau to play from to really start splitting up that site, because that's where it gets really nasty. They're very good at taking drop, but then Liquid aren't putting up any kind of a fight in drop. They're actually more than happy to give Cloud9 drop control, because they're realizing so long as we hold on to Plateau, they can't split the site. They can't get it to be really awkward for us on the CT side playing from the bomb site, right? They can't get us in a crossfire because we're controlling one side of that crossfire.
Well, it's Armor and Tech9s and a couple of smokes here and some extra grenades to try and see if Cloud9 can steal a way around. I mean, that's been done multiple times before. Again, that Plateau, once you start sort of just throwing bodies over the wall.
There's the adjustment. This is the adjustment from Elige, right? He didn't know if they were going to try and come up with something aggressive with nades, if they were going to try and flash their way through on a Plateau. Instead, he decided to play it more default, more safe. But Cloud9 haven't really shown anything to him, so eventually he could just go right back up there again. We'll see if that plays out that way, if Cloud9 are going to be able to actually get the rush on.
They got all the grenades landing inside the bomb site, and this is the big chance here. They got to put an end to Liquid right now, but Elige, he's going to take one, and Slemmy almost as well, but a great double return. Slemmy with just a pistol here, getting a double kill. Bomb is going to go down as well. Stewie helping out and dropping Adrenaline. Hiko and Kusta, 2 versus 4 retake right now. It's about time that Cloud9 showed themselves in this match.
Are they going to be able to peek together on this corner? This is a nasty spot. There it is, pre-fire onto Shroud, nicely done. And the second follow-up kill, actually, from Hiko. He takes out nothing. Does he spot the man behind the boulder, though? He's so low on HP. There's the wallbang shot. He loses his teammate, and Slemmy is going to come through for the clutch with a quad kill in this round. But Slemmy with the clutch in the end to lock down a round finally for Cloud9. And that was an eco round as well, so they've got all the money now in the world to actually get something going. But now, more importantly, maybe they're going to have some confidence to start taking that fight on Plateau, getting out there, because clearly it worked. Once they actually committed, it all worked out perfectly for them.
This was also a situation where I think Slemmy, 4 out of the 5 kills he has right now is in that 1 round, and we're just starting out in the 14th round, so he needed himself as well to sort of step it up a bit.
So there's the change, right? They're putting down the smoke in front of the box now, Cloud9 at least. But then they continue to just sit and wait. They aren't trying to sneak somebody out there. This time, however, this is the difference. Elige is boosted up on Plateau, so instead of playing it default safe, below the ledge, below Broken Wall, he's actually up on Plateau now to try and take a fight with Cloud9. And he's got Nitro there to support him as well. So follow-up smoke. And they're just buying all the time right now, Liquid. Cloud9, they refuse to try and play aggressive behind their own smoke.
But Liquid will on the other side. They really want to deny them this part of the map. How are Cloud9 going to respond? Because it doesn't make a lot of sense to sort of put a lot of people in drop if you're going to miss the other half of that push. Counter Molotov comes out. Nitro and Adren still waiting around. And on the other side of the map, there is a bit of movement going on from Liquid. They are sort of trying to see if they can edge forward. Kusta's here. So any second now, he's going to know that there's no one else on this side of the map, and then there's going to be 4 members in B.
It's Elige. There's going to be a lot of action on Elige pretty soon here. But Nitro, he does pick up the 1. That's the 1 on nothing, and he was the only one in drop. Shroud is going to go in next. Now it's Elige. He's going to be able to catch out Stewie. So 2 quick kills here for Liquid. They're drawing things out for Cloud9. Once again, Cloud9 slowing down, but Shroud will find the kill on Adren to bring it around. And Elige playing an identical spot to last time. He could make the difference here. Shroud is going to turn this into a 1v2, 2 crisp headshots on Nitro and Hiko. But the bomb is up on Plateau, and both remaining players for Liquid are sitting on it. 15 seconds left here for Shroud to make some magic happen. Well, he needed to get lucky there with the headshot, but he's just not going to have an angle. They're just going to draw this out, Liquid. They know they have all the time in the world.
Oh, wow, he could do it.
He's got a 1v... No. But I was about to say, that would be a 1v5 clutch, wouldn't it?
It would have been, and he would have had enough time to get the bomb down.
1v4.
Yeah, 1v4, but still, smart play there from Liquid, just using up all the time, and we're going to be at 9-5 with Cloud9 sketchy buy coming through once again. It seems like this whole first half has been them buying really almost no equipment at all.
Just nastiness, really. Far from ideal.
Only in the pistol. They had 3 rounds in the pistol. Oh, sorry, after the pistol, that was sort of together, right? But apart from that, they've only been winning individual isolated rounds. Nothing has been like any kind of a streak.
Yeah, and they're just not putting it, like, they're not keeping control of Liquid's economy. Liquid have the nades every single round. And so it's just a nightmare. Adren is going to start off strong, taking out Slemmy. More players about to run into him, however. Nice turnaround, and Adren, he's still holding this angle, but they elect to not take the fight here in drop. Instead, they get into connector, Cloud9. So that's Shroud sneaking his way past, and they are looking for that split onto A. So it's all on Kusta and Hiko, he's on a mission. If he hits this timing right, he's going to completely wreck Cloud9. Can Kusta stay alive long enough for it to make it happen? That's the thing.
Oh, wow, and Skadoodle's actually spotting from behind, so that's huge. Elige, he will be coming through. Kusta is there, and he drops Skadoodle. Did he get caught on there? It looked like he was floating or something in the air. Shroud going to be going down. Nothing now in a 1-on-2 here for the last round of the half, and he's got time for it, but not the ideal weapon, and not a lot of health either. It does not seem possible here. Gonna have to play this one very, very clever, and I think even Liquid will have to make a mistake, and it's all done. What a boring way to end around Elige, but also very, very well placed grenade.
We don't even have to see you. We know where you are, nothing.
Homing grenades? Sort of
homing grenades.
Worms coming into it here?
Oh my god, no. But like...
Did you play a lot of Worms?
No, we've already established this, Andy. I don't think I played much Worms.
It's a great game. We should play that sometime.
All right, let's make it a bonding experience.
Make you really hate your friends.
No, that's called Clash Royale.
Oh god. Let's not bring that up. Moses
Never
was
again.
actually getting tilted in the green room, like actually angry.
This morning, I know, he threw his phone. It's great.
I love it. Yeah, I'm so old. Everyone should Google a game called Scorched Earth and play it.
Well, why does anybody need to play a game about esports, man? Come on.
Scorched Earth. Jesus. Here we go.
I mean, that's the NA scene, right? Eco never going back to Cloud9.
Yeah, well, second half should be coming up here. Cloud9 Liquid is the second map as well, ESL Pro League.
Yeah, the countdown has begun here for the second half. So we should be going live any second now. Or is it on a pause? Do we have a pause?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to. GG. Alright, second half coming up here of the second map in this best of 3 between Cloud9 and Team Liquid for the ESL Pro League, and it's been kind of a rough day for Cloud9 so far. They ended up losing in overtime on Dust 2, and the first half of this Cobblestone game has been horrendous for them. They won the pistol, and apart from that, they only won 2 rounds out of the remaining 12, and that's just not good enough. On the T side of Cobblestone, it's unacceptable. I'm angry.
You are. You're actually like pounding the desk.
I'm not that angry because I actually did predict Liquid to win, but still, I feel like for Cloud9 this is not quite a good enough level.
So let's see. What do we have in store for us here with Liquid? They have got the quad Kevlar, and a full set of utility on Kusta. So Kusta taking the hit here. But it's looking like they want to wind up on A eventually. They made a lot of noise over towards the B halls. They kind of stomped around over there, but now they wrap back around towards A, and it's all on Skadoodle. He's got Slemmy not too far away there to support him. But Ska's going to be the first line of defense here to try and figure things out. And there we go, the flash and underpass, and now the rush begins straight up onto this A site. They are not going to stop, but they need to get rid of this man. Skadoodle, the longer he is alive, the more time he can buy to bring in teammates, and if he gets kills too, that's not going to help. 2 big headshots for him, and now it's Slemmy, the man on the site here, trying to hold them back.
It's a great double kill for Skadoodle. Slemmy will take down 1. They're going to have to go back and pick up the bomb here. And I don't know, 2 versus 4 now, or 1 versus 4. And not going to be working out. Great start for Cloud9 to the second half. And I think that was like a minimum that they needed here.
How incredibly frustrating. They just couldn't kill Skadoodle. Great angle from Skadoodle, basically.
Yeah.
He turned it into a headshot game. And if you're going Glock versus USP, that is not a game you want to play if you're on the T side. He's just like sitting here. Elige not able to spam him down. Yeah, that was a thing of beauty from Ska. He did the best that he could given that situation. That was very nicely done. Liquid, however, that's going to really set them back, and it's going to be a force buy from them. So they don't get the bomb plant, so they're going straight into a force with the Kevlar and pistols. Couple of flashes, but no challenge coming in from Cloud9 on plateau whatsoever. Cloud9 are just willing to give it up to them completely. So Liquid, they might have a chance to actually just run out here and try and rush down that defense.
Yeah, because once again, the split between the two bomb sides is like a 2-3 kind of thing, whereas in a lot of European Counter-Strike, we've been seeing much more of the 4-1, where you really put 4 people on B just to prevent any kind of ridiculous push coming in, and then the single guy at A can always call for backup if anything comes up. So I am a bit disappointed, and this is what we were talking about with Cloud9 when they were on the terrorist side, is everything is so slow. Way too slow.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they're hesitating. But it does seem like they have their heart set on it. So eventually here, Liquid, they will move out. Stewie, he spots the first man. So we'll see. Nothing alive on the side. Gives it away. He's about to get caught in a crossfire, though. If he doesn't keep his mate alive, the smoke goes down, and that provides a way for Liquid to get onto the site itself, and it's a thing of beauty. 3 kills, 3 different players. They all find the shots. Slammy's under pressure here at Connector as well. And while Ska's going to get into drop fairly quickly, he takes out Nitro, and he could get the second one on Hiko as well. But now it's all on him.
Why are they fighting them at all? Liquid, I think, almost getting, not almost, but getting way too aggressive in a situation where that could have really cost them the round, but Skadoodle going to make his way out with armor, FAMAS, kit. It's definitely a good choice here in a 1v3, but what a comeback from Liquid.
It's those 3 kills. It was beautiful, and getting that smoke down to block off drop as well, so that they could just run right behind the big box where the tree is. They just run right through onto the site, and that's where it becomes a real nightmare for nothing. For Stewie, where you're just like, all right, you've got 3 guys that are facing you with pistols, with the Tech 9s. It's so brutal. It's so hard to deal with that push once it comes rushing out onto that site. So, tough call there for Cloud9. Now, well, Cloud9, man, they just, it's going to have to be the force, it seems, because they just refuse to give up. They don't want Team Liquid to get any further ahead, but it's so hard to make the force work on CT Cobble. Once that rush comes in, we'll have to see. Is it going to be a stack? No, it's 3 onto B, 2 onto A. Straight default coming out here from Cloud9 with a focus on apartments, it seems.
I mean, particularly when they have all these grenades to use, right? They can check all the corners with just HEs or Molotovs or anything like that. Slemmy, bit of an underhand throw coming out. Did maybe hear a couple of people moving on the other side. Nitro, though, going to be moving in with the Mac-10 here. Actually taking a lot of damage, but he did spot 2 players there. And that's enough information for the rest of Liquid to feel like they should be pushing through here. Nitro eventually goes down, and Liquid has actually slowed off enough that they don't want to keep pushing, but I think they wanted to go as soon as he saw 2 people there. They were like, all right, let's make the full push.
Yeah, they're changing it up, actually. Smoke going down to keep Skadoodle guessing. And Shroud has already rotated over there as well onto the A site to help. So if they're quick about this Liquid, they could get an opening here where it's only nothing and Stewie on the B site. That'd make life very easy here for Liquid. But they are worried. I mean, given the fact that they had 0 map presence on this side of the map since Nitro died, they have to check some of these angles. And it's going to cost them some valuable time, and the rotation has come back through. Now 3 players here onto the B site for Cloud9. A 4th one will be joining them soon. That should be Skadoodle making his way over. And now Liquid, they've got a real fight on their hands with only 40 seconds left.
Willige doing a good job of checking the UMP to take down Stewie. Nothing in the corner. He does not have any HUD armor, and he's also at 50% health here, so not really the best scenario for him. But Skadoodle showing up with that FAMAS that he saved from last round. Gonna get the 1 kill in, nothing to go down. Skadoodle go down as well. Shroud all on him here, and he's gonna get the first kill on Kusta. Drops the bomb. A little bit more. He's still got a little bit of bullet here, and gonna pick up the FAMAS. Has time to reload it to 10 seconds now for Liquid to get this bomb plant through, and Shroud down to 5 health, and it looked like there was a big chance here, but not gonna happen. Liquid will be at 13 rounds, and Cloud9, I mean, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, they're going to take another round of eco to the face, basically. It's a story of the first half for them. These weird quasi-buys, these weird kind of like pistol, nade, Kevlar, awkward spots. It's more of that, more of the same here for Cloud9. And this really just sets it up nicely for Liquid to crush them out of this server, to take this best of 3 and end it right here. Just doesn't seem like Cloud9 are up to snuff right now after that map on Dust 2.
Well, 19 rounds in, and Liquid just... They seem unstoppable at this point. I mean, once Cloud9 won the pistol in this half, you'd think maybe there is a chance for them to get back into the game. But right now, I'm seriously starting to question that. Nitro again playing the Lone Ranger over here, which is sort of a classic way of playing on Cobblestone. It seems to be the first very popular way of doing it, where you'd have someone just lurking around out there, and the rest of the team somewhere else. And Shroud and Skadoodle, just pistols.
Oh. Nope. No luck, unfortunately. Scout can hold on to the AK. That's the best that they can hope for, basically, unless Shroud goes like full online and full FPL, you know, just finds kills somewhere with this P250. He's done it before. We've all been to Reddit.
We've all been to Reddit. The global offensive / Shroud subreddit.
Basically, yeah. I like how all you need to do is mention Shroud's name in a thread now, and it's like instantly upvoted to the top.
This does happen, but you know, once you get enough fans, and I've been watching Shroud stream. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Auguste gonna be downing Shroud there, and Skadoodle 1 versus 4. Does have an AK saved, and I don't think there's a lot more equipment he could really pick up at this point. So the best that he can do, 13-6 though.
And well, Liquid showing some variety in their plays as well. They're not really allowing Cloud9 to cheat too much because they keep putting a presence over here on A. So Cloud9, what they would love to do is just have 4 players sitting on B the entire time and crossing their fingers and hoping that Team Liquid, all they're going to do is keep running plateau, rinse, repeat every round, right? But Team Liquid are showing Cloud9, hey, we're willing to go over towards A as well. And if that's the case, then you guys cannot, you know, cut any corners. You have to have 2 over here on the A site to take a fight with us eventually. So it's just keeping Cloud9 honest. I like it. Good calls coming out here from Liquid.
I mean, they have to make a stand right now. They need to summon some sort of strength here. I mean, right now they're fighting to stay alive, essentially. They could be fighting a 3rd map on Cash, which I think would be very interesting. But the way that it's going here, they might not even get to that. A little bit of a presence early on over at the long side of A, but they sort of quickly fall back from it, and now they have very little to no information about what's happening on the map, which I think the big problem you end up on almost all the time on the CT side. And I like what Liquid are doing to prevent that, which is going very aggressive on where Nitro is, more or less, so just keeping the pressure on. It's going to be a fake, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, they're just setting it up. Nitro's actually going to go running right back out. Takes point, knows that Stewie's behind the site now, so we'll see who wins this duel. Stewie's going to get that headshot, but he's dropped down to half HP. Now it's just Incendiary's going out all over the place, but nothing up on the box. No Incendiary on the tree, and he gets a free kill out of that. So a man advantage now for Cloud9, and the bomb hasn't even been planted yet.
Very interesting there, that kill on Stewie, though. Could have turned it around now. The bomb is out in the open, and Shroud to get a good double kill in. Adren picks up 1, goes for a 2nd spray. Slemmy will take him out. It looked like Liquid, because they were actually bringing the bomb back the other way, and then they sort of committed to it anyway, so I'm not sure what the info was that came in, but a good round from Cloud9, 13-7. And the money, well, it is there for Liquid. They will be able to buy once again.
Yeah, they can keep the pressure up. Just interesting to see, you know, when they're thinking about that full execute. I guess that they had already pulled the trigger by then. But that is a very Molotov, you know, friendly spot to be throwing that onto the tree so that nothing can't play from there, right? But it seemed like they were just so worried about Stewie playing from the chicken coop. It does seem to be one of Stewie's favorite spots, but they had traded places basically. Nothing is Stewie playing from the site where nothing usually plays. And then obviously nothing up on the tree. So unfortunately for nothing, he ended up kissing a bullet, which isn't usually what you want to do, you know, when you're up in the tree, right? You're supposed to be kissing a, you know, girl, guy, impartial.
That's true. I forgot there was like a children's rhyme.
Yeah,
I was
man.
confused for a moment there.
Unfortunately, yeah, it didn't end well for him. But he still got a kill out of it, so. That's pretty much, I think, what really kept Cloud9 in this, because then Team Liquid are guessing. They don't know quite where the positions are coming from, because Stewie picked up 1, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait, nothing's up on the tree. That bought the time for the rotation to come in. And then things got downright nasty. So Liquid, again, because of the strong start here, they've actually have the economy to carry through and keep on buying. Cloud9 are the ones who are still kind of dancing on the edge.
Auguste setting up for a bit of a smoke, it seems. And actually, so is the rest of the team. So going to be another full execute here. Maybe they weren't quite satisfied. I prefer this more. It looked like last time they were about to fake it and then they went for it anyway. This time, I think they are going to commit Stewie in the corner. No one there to Molotov him out. Flashbangs through it. Oh, Nitro going to pick up the kill. Nothing down on the side. What a great headshot through the smoke. Dropping Elise as well. Nothing really pulling himself together here at the end of it and trying to make it work for his team. Slemmy gets down by Kuster and is still a 3-on-3, and the bomb now making its way back here. Can they actually throw it over? They just throw it in the middle of everything. Oh no, and Hiko, I don't know what happened to Dren. He just tossed the bomb into the middle of nowhere. They're out of time. They can't win the round anymore. What a ridiculous way to lose a round. That just the fact that the bomb was just tossed in the middle of everything, and Kuster, I think he just may have given up on life then.
Yeah, fantastic work from Shroud to hunt him down like that. No bonus money for Kusta at the end of it. They could have used that money, actually, Liquid. Now they're in a bit of an awkward spot. Cloud9 are the ones who are starting to pick up steam, whereas they're going to be forced to pistols.
It seemed like, I think Adren is just saying, I'll stay on the plateau, let me throw the bomb down, but then it lands just far enough away for everyone that no one can pick it up. And then when Hiko, I think, tries to maneuver the back there, he gets shot down and the round is done. That has to put Liquid just a little bit on tilt, and Cloud9.
We are sensing frustration.
They are still far behind, but we'll see.
I mean, this is still Liquid. They are struggling. I mean, they've shown it now time and time again that they struggle to close these games. So now's not the time. I guess maybe it is jumping the gun a little bit. They aren't up to 15 rounds just yet. So they still have a chance here. Getting over that 15-round hurdle, that's going to be tough. Stewie there to pick up the first. Nothing is going to be able to pick up a second kill. That's Elige down. And Liquid, they still are gathered up, although Kusta is on a bit of a mission over towards Underpass right now, hoping to catch somebody out of position on A. He might manage it eventually, but it's not looking too likely, seeing as how, yeah, Skadoodle's going to peek out from Connector, and that's pretty much it. Hiko, he's stuck over in B Halls. He might be able to catch somebody, and yeah, he does actually get the kill on Stewie, who was trying to rotate aggressive. But there's still a man alive on the B site, so there shouldn't be any way for Hiko to get out here and actually get the job done.
No, indeed. A 9th round for Cloud9. Pretty good.
I mean, it's possible.
It is. Yeah, I think now it is definitely possible, and especially because the way that Liquid lost that round, you know that's going to be at the back of their minds. It's going to be a couple of comments back and forth about, you know, why didn't you just toss the bomb down to where we were standing? What's wrong with you?
No, it certainly is within the realm of possibility here. That's for sure. So it's whether or not Cloud9, I mean, it's whether or not Team Liquid can finally just, you know, decide, okay, enough is enough, and they take the round by the throat and just, you know, go full Richard Lewis on it and get the job done.
Damn.
Because they're still capable of putting Cloud9 on a very rocky economy, which would mean that they would have a much easier time of closing out this map if Cloud9 are allowed to actually get an economy rolling. Start making it so that Liquid have to win back-to-back, you know, buy rounds. That's a real problem for Liquid, considering, you know, how much difficulty they're showing right now to actually get the job done.
Kusta right now, the one a bit alone over there, which makes me think that they might actually end up in this B-bomb side, just because it used to be Nitro playing a bit on the plateau on his own, unless they switched up some of the roles. Bomb is there as well, 50 seconds, so maybe they're going to try and see if they could pull some people from B into A and then end up in B anyway. I mean, some of these rounds you could definitely do it. So a couple of grenades coming through here. They're making a bit of noise running back, but the bomb's still staying. Now they're showing themselves on this side. 2 members, 3 members, everyone rotating out B right now. This is actually working. They're eating this hook, line, and sinker Cloud9, and now they just need to make their way into the B bomb site. If they forgot about the other part of this strat, which is actually taking B, that's obviously a bit of a shame. Finally going in there, and they're going to win the first fight against Shroud, going for nothing as well. And they're going to get the bomb plant down finally in a 2-on-3. And Liquid, they were a bit slow to actually execute the rest of the strat, but it does work out.
Hiko needs to get out here. Where the hell is Hiko? He didn't show himself on A, and now his teammate's under fire. Kusta will get wallbang down. And now they just, I mean, they have to narrow it down. Exactly, Slemmy, he turns around, he's like, wait a second, Connector, where would Hiko be? At our backs. And the bomb is not planted for him, so he has to run out into the open, Hiko, and he's just not going to have enough time. He picks up 1 kill, but it's not good enough. And
my God.
I mean, Elige, yeah, what is this? Pause. Okay, so it is the timeout coming in here from Liquid. But, yeah, I'm a bit surprised at just how slow Hiko was with the flank coming in. Considering Elige, I mean, I guess he expected somebody to be on the site, but he was holding in halls when the push was actually going out onto the B site. Very disjointed play coming out from Liquid.
It's one of those things, right, where if you push too soon and you get found and you die, then, you know, everyone's going to say, why didn't he just wait, you know?
But having a second man, showing a second man on a site would have really sold it, because as soon as they killed Elige, that's when instantly everybody from Cloud9 rotated back to B.
Yeah. I think, I don't know, it's just a real shame, because that was a very good fake coming out of Liquid, regardless. I mean, it did pull almost everyone out of B, so it did kind of work in that sense, but this spray coming through from Stewie definitely quite good, with the grenade as well from Slemmy. So, I mean, good play from Cloud9. We've got to give him credit for that, right?
Yeah.
It was a really good retake there. Managed to salvage the round. Liquid will have enough money to buy. Of course, we do have the tactical timeout. Still very, very odd game, this one, I would say.
I would agree. This is a little bit all over the place. Both of these teams pretty even, actually, right now. Much more even than I was expecting. Cloud9 actually, you know, fighting back after the after how things went on Dust 2, losing in overtime, just getting blasted, actually, in overtime. So they are showing that they still have some fight, that they're able to get back into it. Nothing in Slemmy having a bit of a discussion right now as well. I can't actually hear them, though. I'd have to take my headset off to be able to hear what they're saying. Do you ever miss the like comm streams?
Yes, I mean, I understand why they are a problem. Because people say all sorts of things that they don't want broadcasters to the world.
Sure, yeah.
And I think even an even better argument that was made is that it's a bit unfair, because especially the English-speaking teams, they will, in the group stage of a tournament, reveal so much about how they're thinking and how their strats work from just comms. So any other sort of, any other teams they're going to play in the playoffs, they can go and listen to the VODs of those streams, and then they can say, oh, you know, they think every time we do this, or every time someone does this, that it's going to be this type of a push, you know? So then you mold your strat around that, and suddenly you have insight, whereas obviously if Na'Vi or Luminosity are playing and you don't speak Ukrainian, or, you know, it's just not going to work out, is it? So I think it is inherently unfair, but it is a shame, because it's a lot of fun. Wish you could get it both ways. Now, going to be a really quick rush from Liquid into this round, and oh my god. Well then.
They remembered how the map works.
Yes, they did.
Simple as that. You rush out before the team can get in position. You show no fear whatsoever. And Cloud9 get completely caught out, because Liquid have been playing so slowly so far that a rush.
Rush B.
Ah, rush B. Drop me AK. Drop me up. Rush B.
It's the only strategy that's really worth talking about, isn't it?
Well, that is basically the yellow strat. And beautiful matchmaking strat. It's the strat that I call every time, you know? It's funny that they say it's like a Russian thing. I'm just like, well, rush B, guys. What do we do to us too? Rush B. What do we do, Murat? Rush B. Cat, rush B.
It's smooth, because it's very hard for people to fuck it up, isn't it? You know?
Well, it's not only that. Yeah, exactly. It's just like, hey, you know, this is why Henry rages so much when we play matchmaking together. It's because he's trying to like get all next level and actually like get people to use their heads and think strats through, and like, why would you do this? And okay, I'll run over here and I'll fake this and blah, blah. I'm just like, dude. And then the guys just like run out mid, and Henry rages, right? And I'm just like, what do you expect?
People do still tend to, when they're the first person in the rush and they get flashed, they just stop, and you're like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, that's why you need to go like commissar status on them, right? You know, if they stop, you just shoot them.
I like that play, actually. I like that idea. We've got a 14-10 scoreline here, and Cloud9, they need to make a stand once again. They have actually been doing a pretty good job of coming back into the second half here, but it's not over yet, and Liquid are just powering through into this bomb site round after round, and eventually it worked. So now they're just 2 rounds away from taking this best of 3.
They have 4 on B, Cloud9. They know what's up. These smokes going down. There's the flash, and we have to see, can they find the kills to start things off? Elige, 1-for-1 trade with Slemmy. Can he find a second one? No, he gets shut down by nothing. Kusta will find the next kill, however, and Kusta's now out in the open. He can start getting that flank going onto the side, but a good flash opens it up for Slemmy to peek, and this is grinding to a halt for Liquid. They don't have that element of speed where they just run onto the side and overwhelm the defense quickly. If it starts getting into a bit of a drawn-out match, and especially when the smokes start clearing up, life gets very difficult for you, because now how the hell does Hiko get on the bomb site to get a plant?
There were so many grenades down around this wall area that I think nobody knew what was going on any longer, and it was Cloud9 that came out on top now. Looks like they might try and boost up onto the box here, which is not a bad idea at all. Ooh, could they get the kill there? Shroud going to be going down. What a great boost, and now looking for the follow-up as well. Slemmy showing himself. They've done some damage to him. They've got still 30 seconds left. Trying to see if they can make this work. Skadoodle in the back line with the AWP, and he's the dangerous one right now. Smoke goes off, and the Molotov there. They're going to try for the boost one more time. Looking over the smoke. Slemmy spotted, but he gets the frag, and now 1-on-1. 14 seconds. Adren going to sneak through the smoke. Skadoodle right on the other side, and he's going to walk up behind him, and that's the kill. That's going to be 15 rounds for Liquid. Match and map point here. What a way to end that 2v3.
What an incredible play. And for Shroud to be expecting some kind of slow drop play, some kind of flank coming in, maybe because Hiko was alive and they hadn't seen that Hiko was alive, so they're expecting him to come in from A, something like that, but Shroud gets caught for free. That's maddening for Cloud9. That's going to drive them insane, and now they're going to the force buy. They've just got pistols, nades, a single rifle picked up on Slemmy because he got somebody kills in the last round. But man, this is painful. And now Team Liquid, they've got 5 match points. But it is the 15th, they're on 15 now, Anders. So can they do it? Do you believe?
I do believe. I think it's time. It's destined to be. That grenade did tremendous amounts of damage already to nothing, and Stewie, that was just a random grenade thrown in, and Cloud9 just don't have the equipment to really put up much of a fight here. In Liquid, I mean, even though they were put under a lot of pressure, it really seems like they refused, as the French would say, to liquid.
What? Dude, that actually took me a second there, but wow, bro. Wow. Okay, then.
Oh, God. Skadoodle hiding in the stairwell. He is kind of boxed in here. And Auguste looking for a way to get the frag on him, and actually he's going to go the other way, but reloading this, he said, just takes a long time, and it will be a 4-on-3 here. Adren waiting patiently, could have maybe got the kill there on Stewie, but Shroud alone in the A-bomb site. Backup is coming though, with still 30 seconds. Not a lot for Cloud9 right now, 3-on-3, but they don't have the equipment, and they certainly don't have the health for it either. Stewie gonna do the best that he can here with a double kill. They're both on 2 health right now. The bomb is about to go down, and trying to make his way around the corner here. Stewie gonna go down. Shroud in a 1-on-1. Nitro spraying furiously. He just has to hit really anything at this point here, and it's gonna be the kill. 16-10 as Liquid take out Cloud9 in a best of 3 with a 2-0 win. Not at all bad. Not bad at all. It was, in the end, quite a slog, quite a marathon, but a 2-0 win for Liquid. They will be playing in London in the main stadium this coming weekend, so congratulations to them. Cloud9 just falling short once again, and that's just, it's a bitter pill to swallow for Cloud9. Even if they are used to taking their medicine, it's never a pleasant thing. No, definitely not. I mean, it sort of would have been tragic either way, because Liquid obviously had a huge battle on their hands yesterday. Yeah. Between either one of these two teams, you'd like to see both of them sort of move forward. They haven't had Slammy on the lineup for a long time. I mean, it's a bit early for them, right? But Liquid showing good form here. Well, that is going to be the first game of the day, but Semmler, we do have another 2 best of 3s coming up, so there's a lot of Counter-Strike coming forward here at the ESL Pro League, so please stay with us, and we promise it will be entertaining.